For the second time in as many years, D.C. is celebrating the national championship of one of its professional sports teams with a parade and rally at the National Mall for loyal fans and Washingtonians. Good afternoon, I'm Matt Granado.
And I'm Cecily Fernandez. Welcome to this special edition of We Are Washington, celebrating the 2019 World Series champions, your Washington Nationals. After mixed reviews shortly after opening day, the Nationals became the story of the postseason.
That's right, cruising past teams who have been perennial playoff favorites and have hoisted the Commissioner's Trophy regularly during the modern baseball era. The Nationals captured national attention on their way to earning the team's first championship in franchise history. So today, we're celebrating, and here's what we're going to be seeing: the Victory Parade. We are all over this. We're going to be talking about all the different things that have been happening with the World Series. We're going to be going down to the parade and rally with DKN Sports' Keith Jones, really setting up and talking about this tremendous victory and a historic moment for the Washington Nationals. So the town has been electric over the World Series coming here.
What a day. Tens of thousands of people obviously gathered to celebrate the Washington Nationals. You and I know that we have the best fans in the city.
We sure do, yeah.
Nats fans are amazing. I got to speak with a lot of them because they patiently were waiting yesterday at the ballpark to exchange their electronic tickets to get kind of souvenir tickets that they could frame. And they were just happy to be there. I got to talk to a lot of them. Take a look. Won the World Series.
I feel great.
Yeah, what was that moment like?
Oh my goodness, it's beyond belief. They won every away game the first time in history. It's never been done. I mean, we're very proud of our guys. Very proud. The Merman, the man, the myth, the legend. That's what it's all about.
So I was actually here at RFK at the first game in 2005 for the inaugural game with my two daughters who were little at the time. So, and then we were at game 3, and my little daughter is now 22, so she was with us. So, yeah, so we're excited.
Let's go Nats! World Series #1! Power Nationals!
How do you feel about this World Series?
I feel fantastic. We had a good time. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
And for those folks that didn't believe, you got to believe.
Go Nats!
I can't believe that the spirit and camaraderie this win has done for the whole city. It's wonderful.
Let's go Nats! Go Nats!
It means everything. What a great thing. Wonderful for the city, wonderful for the fans, happy for the learners, happy for the players.
They look like they were really excited, like we said, electric, that the World Series had come to Washington, D.C., but not only made its way here, but brought home a victory, a World Series victory. This is the 2019 World Series Championship Victory Parade and Rally. You're seeing manager David Martinez high-five some of the fans as they're making their way. They've actually made their way along the parade route. Now they're starting to settle in down near where the rally is going to be held. So you're seeing that look, and there's the trophy, the Commissioner's Trophy. Really cool for fans to be able to see. Nobody alive in that crowd is likely seeing that hoisted above their head, down the streets of D.C.
It looks very heavy, but they tend to seem to hoist it pretty easily.
And like the Stanley Cup, when the Caps won the Stanley Cup, that trophy has probably a number of stories to tell from its trip from Houston all the way back here to D.C.
I don't think this trophy, unlike with the Caps, you can't drink out of this one.
No, you can't. So there are fewer probably stories along those lines. But what we're talking about here is championships in Washington, D.C. And we talked about the Capitals and their Stanley Cup win. And just like the Nationals, that year when the Caps won the Stanley Cup, nobody expected them to be the winners, the champions at the end of that season. And, in D.C., they celebrated. We had watch parties. You were down for the watch parties. And everybody was invested in this. The rally was unbelievable. You had Alex Ovechkin. We had a lot of the other players that people love in this city all participating. Mayor Bowser was there, and she was talking about how this was really the beginning of something that was happening with sports in D.C. and D.C. being a sports town. So exciting that we've been able to celebrate sports in the city.
And the Caps have been very supportive of the Nats. There's lots of clips of the Capitals players rooting the Nats on. And in fact, the Nationals will be attending a Caps game tomorrow. So imagine that. Everyone, 2 championship teams right there. I mean, how lucky for those fans.
That'll be a lot of fun. Now, we talked about 2 championship teams, but there's a 3rd championship team in Washington, D.C. Just a couple of weeks ago, the Washington Mystics.
Yes, they won the WNBA championship.
The WNBA championship. They had the trophy and a lot of excitement surrounding this. They had a post-championship rally at their new home.
Yes.
The Entertainment and Sports Arena in Ward 8. So fans were able to go out and enjoy this, this event with the team when they celebrated their championship. But they didn't have a victory parade and rally right away. They're going to be saving that for the spring.
Not yet. We're going to have that parade in the spring. What a way to end your first season in that new beautiful home they have in Southeast.
I don't think you could plan it any better than that.
Yeah, no, for our first inaugural season here, we're going to win the championship. That sounds pretty good.
Yep. So, Sports Capital DC. We've been talking about it. All these sports teams, really making people of DC proud to call DC home and represent their city. So, the other day when we were getting ready for this rally, we were talking about how, this really isn't something that's foreign to D.C., whether it's inaugurations or whether it's Memorial Day or 4th of July. There's always parades, always events happening. But we have to prepare for this like anything else. And Mayor Bowser, along with other city officials, talked about all the operations and all the things that were going on. But she had to take a moment to congratulate this team, and she had a few words about your 2019 World Series champions, the Washington Nationals. Here, take a look.
We are proud of our team who went to Houston and finished the fight, winning their first ever World Series and delivering another championship to our sports capital. This team facing 5 elimination games and 4 big wins on the road against an incredible Houston Astros team to win on the road is just amazing, and it is a great example of persistence, grit, excellence, and team play. And we couldn't be prouder of them.
Still more to come on this special edition of We Are Washington. Go behind the scenes at Nationals Ballpark to see all the preparations that make game day come alive. Then later, we'll bring you to the victory rally to hear from the team.
If you were just tuning in with us, you are watching a special edition of We Are Washington. This is the celebration of the 2019 World Series champions, the Washington Nationals. And we're doing that with a parade along Constitution Avenue. It started around 15th Street Northwest. It's making its way along Constitution down to 3rd Street. The rally, which we're going to be showing you, will be taking place at 3rd Street Northwest and Pennsylvania Avenue. You can see behind us here, we got a lot of fans packed in and ready, waiting, excited.
They're listening to Baby Shark, I'm sure.
They're listening to Baby Shark. So we're bringing you all the festivities. We're bringing you all of the sights and sounds from the day. We have a lot of people who are out, but we have Keith Jones from DKN Sports, who covers our sports in the city. He covers high school, he covers college, he covers the pros. And he's all over sports in DC. If you're playing it, he's there. So let's see who he's running to now. Keith, what's going on down there at the parade today?
Matt and Cecily, what a fantastic day to be a Washington Nationals fan. Constitution Avenue is packed with fans, and we ran into one longtime Washingtonian and a baseball fan, Rico James, who's been here to celebrate the World Series champion Washington Nationals.
Absolutely. This has been an awesome experience. One of the things that we were talking about earlier as a group is how so many people have met so many new friends and family that are from the neighborhoods and the way this game and this series brought the community together. It's been pretty awesome. And more importantly, we have done something that no team has ever done before and probably would never repeat. And that is win a World Series with every game that was won away from home.
You're a longtime baseball fan. Baseball in D.C. has transformed over the last decade and a half.
Yes, it has. In fact, with the rise of social media and with the younger generations that have been getting into the camps, it's been pretty phenomenal how the baseball has become something that this city has grasped a hold on. This used to be a football town. It was a time that it was a straight football town. But now we have multiple sports that everybody has come closely involved in, and they really are enjoying the hoopla of the Nationals win this year.
As Mayor Muriel Bowser would say, this is the sports capital, and it certainly has come that way. Washington Nationals World Series champions, whereas the Capitals winning their championship a couple of seasons ago. WNBA champion, Washington Mystics. It is a great time to be a Washingtonian and a great time to be a sports fan in D.C.
Absolutely, and it was so funny. As I was talking to people earlier, we were sitting here, and literally I'm sitting with a bunch of guys that grew up right around the corner from me, and we didn't even come here together. We literally grew up in the same neighborhoods, and we all have been baseball fans and Nationals fans our whole lives.
Kind of sums it up right there for you, Matt and Cecily. Fantastic things going on down here at Constitution Avenue.
Well, great job down there, Keith. He's
Thank you,
having a
Keith.
lot of fun mixing it up with all those Nats fans.
That's
now,
right.
you know, everybody is preparing for the big rally.
That's right.
Currently, the stadium is probably unusually quiet.
Probably, I'd have to imagine.
Although, as you know,
Yes.
there is some work that goes on year-round at that beautiful Nats Park that has really transformed that whole Navy Yard area. It is a particularly beautiful stadium, but a lot goes on behind the scenes. You got a chance to really get up close and personal with the stadium. Tell me a little bit about that.
Sure, yeah. John Turnauer, he is the director of field operations for the Washington Nationals, and what he does is he makes sure that every blade of Kentucky bluegrass that exists in the outfield out there is well manicured after every single game, and that's a lot of games. That's more than 80 games a year, and all the different events and concerts and things that come through. Him and his crew are there, and we had a really fun behind-the-scenes look at how they do what they do and what goes into it. So let's take a look at that.
The baseball park. It's a place to relax, hang out, and spend those hot and humid summer days. Before first pitch, spectators pour in the gates, file past security lines, and bustle towards their favorite game day concession stands.
But few fans have any idea what's been going on inside the park to get the field ready for game day.
So what better way to find out than to go behind the scenes with the people responsible for keeping the field in perfect condition? The Washington Nationals grounds crew is charged with taking meticulous care of each blade of Kentucky bluegrass, a job that can be both rewarding and quite demanding.
It's an extremely fun job, and being exposed to certain things out here, it's a unique job, and it's something that we take a lot of pride in.
And when John Turnauer talks about the grounds crews taking pride, it involves precision and focus on everything, including spraying down the dirt inside the diamond, even making sure every cleat mark is raked away and sunflower seed is swept up. Not every duty they hold is glamorous, but for young baseball fans, it's considered a dream job.
We hear it all the time. Just a matter of following your dreams and being driven, and following that. You're at an age where you can get into school and study the program and get involved with the turfgrass industry. It's certainly a fun, unique industry to be involved with.
Beautiful roll, Mark.
Unique because while it involves its fair share of physical labor, a major part of working in this role involves a very specific skill set and knowledge base.
I mean, it's all science-based, plant pathology, soil science. So a lot of it is just all science-driven.
Both the physical and mental come together in preparation for the long Major League Baseball season, and the hours of preparation that go along with the game day routine.
Our crew is out here 10 to 12 hours before the first pitch. We want to make sure that we're providing them a safe, consistent playing field each single day that they come out here. Altogether, we have a staff of 42 people. That's a mixture of tarp crew, interns, part-time seasonal help, and our 3 full-time assistants.
All of whom play a very important role leading up to first pitch. With each task having a familiar deadline, wrapping up when the umpires emerge just before game time, crew members will even touch up the field after the pre-game ceremony, just seconds before the action begins.
Let that sit for 10 minutes and then see how it looks. If not, we'll just come out after the anthem and touch it up.
With a number of time-consuming tasks happening simultaneously, deadlines matter in this business. Even mowing the grass can take up to 3 hours, and that happens daily. Of course, cutting those unique patterns in the outfield takes some extra time. And what's the secret with that anyway?
Well, certainly we get the questions, is it different mowing heights for each stripe? Are you painting one way and not painting the other one? But it's literally from the mower. On our mowers, we have these rollers that are on the back of the unit. And just through repetitive mowing each day, we're creating that pattern.
The outfield is cut in about 5 standard patterns, simple and with straight lines to make it as basic as possible for the players. Once the outfield is mowed, you'll see the grounds crew involved in a flurry of other activities. Using this hose, which attaches to a fixture near the pitcher's mound, they will water the outfield as well as the dirt around the diamond. They'll also rake the clay and dirt throughout the field, making sure it's smooth and there's no debris. Then it's time to paint the lines, each one perfectly straight. And then there's home plate. They pay a lot of attention to home plate. When the national anthem is about to echo throughout the ballpark, it's time to hand the field off to the pros.
Perfect timing.
After the game is over, there is still plenty for the grounds crew to wrap up. Even when the season finally concludes, John Turnauer and his team continue their work to keep the Washington Nationals Park impressive.
So as soon as the season's end, we immediately start getting ready for next season, believe it or not. So our growing season goes through the end of October, and depending on the fall that we're having, we may get a few extra days in November for growing weather.
That means there's work to be done year-round. But it doesn't mean calling this your office ever really gets old.
Coming into a Major League ballpark on a daily basis is still a pretty unique experience, and to be able to call this place your workplace, it's fun.
After the break, it's the moment you've been waiting all season for, the Washington Nationals World Series Victory Rally.
Make some noise! Let's show them what DC sounds like!
By finishing this fight, you have brought a tremendous amount of joy to our town and inspired a new generation of players and Nationals fans. We are DC proud of you, and I think we should do it again next year. What do you think?
For the first time since 1924, we brought the World Series championship back to our nation's capital. On behalf of my mother, Annette, and the entire Lerner, Cohen, and Tannenbaum family, we are all thrilled that my 94-year-old father, Ted Lerner, had his dream come true to bring a world championship to his hometown.
National League Championship Series. It's on to St. Louis to play for the National League Championship.
What a group of players we have right here. They counted us out. They knocked us down. We had injuries early. We didn't perform like we wanted to. But not one person pointed a finger. No anonymous quotes. No clubhouse lawyers. No backbiting loyalty. And that's why we're here today.
For coming here, you know, my first year was with Dustin, and I had a great time. This group of guys back here, not all of them, but most of them were here. And they taught me to love the game again. The city taught me to love baseball again.
DC, this is all for you guys. This group of guys has been amazing. All these veteran guys, all these new guys, the GM, all the owners, it's been amazing. All the viejos. The viejos made it too. The viejos made it too. But we can make it without you guys. You guys been amazing. You guys been right there for us. Cheating in the left field, center field, right field, all the crowd. Amazing. I love you guys.
Finally, I want to say a special word to the veterans on this team. From now on, you can call me Grandpa Shark.
You know, this was quite a ride. It's something you dream about as a kid. I think we all did that. But, you know, it's something really, really special because we were able to do it together. And, you know, it took all 25 of us, and I think that's, you know, you could see that every single day. You know, we're pulling for each other. Just such a special ride.
Players telling me, watch my heart. I got fans screaming at me, your heart, Davey, your heart, Davey. I'm gonna tell you something. All this right here has cured this heart. This World Championship is not only for us, it's for the city of Washington, D.C. You guys deserve this as much as we do. Thank you.
And for the second time in as many years, DC gets to celebrate a national championship for one of its professional sports franchises. Today, it's the return of the Washington Nationals, World Series champs for 2019, and we've had a really great time bringing you all the festivities from the parade down Constitution to the entirety of the rally on stage, the hotline apparently.
The rally on stage continues.
Yes, it keeps going on. What about today? What left an impression on you?
I guess one of my favorite moments, Howie Kendrick telling the city that, you know, DC really made him love the game again. Mm-hmm. What a nice tribute to the Nats.
It was a very nice tribute. And I think overall, you know, as you can see, you know, people that are watching this behind us right now, the party continues. And I think
Feel free to keep the party going at home. If you're at home,
you
know, take off your shirt and dance around the living room. That's
Yeah, so again, obviously big day for the city, big day for sports, the sports capital as it has now become, present tense, as you say.
I think we are officially the sports capital.
So that does it for us today. We'd like to thank you for joining us for our special live presentation of all the festivities of the 2019 championship celebration of the Washington Nationals. If you want to check out any of our shows or any of our other content features that we have from our show, We Are Washington, go to YouTube, search Entertain DC, and you'll find all of it laid out very nicely for you there to watch and enjoy.
You can even watch our Capitals coverage.
You can even watch the Capitals. Go back and check it out. You can see last year's fun.
Yeah. See you next time.